Hi, Scorpios. Welcome to your reading for the next week. Whenever you find this, trust there are messages here for you. This is Bear Food Mama Intuitive Reading, and thank you so much for being here. I went from reading only for Scorpios multiple times a week to reading for every sign, and my readings increased. But I really am hoping to find time to do more Scorpio readings because I miss you all. Let's go. All right. In case this is your first time here, welcome. You can book a personal with me on my Etsy or join my Patreon. It's $5.55 a month, and the first week is free. And I post there like once every week or two. So that's $5 for a free reading every month. You can also win a free reading by putting free reading in the comments, and I do that drawing once a month. It'll be on 6/6, and then 7/7, 8/8, so on, so on. All right, Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energy back to sender. Transmuted tenfold for the greatest good of all and harm to none. Archangel Michael, please bring clear, concise messages through in this reading for my Scorpio collective. And Mother Mary, please bring compassion to these messages. Amen, amen. So mote it be. I've been really drawn to the mystical shaman oracle deck lately, so let's pull one from here. The Hunter, very lovely. The 27th. You might be an October Scorpio, or you could be like a Scorpio Sag cusper. The Hunter has this beautiful bear in the background. I've definitely been pulling some bear energy lately. And bears are really cool because they're all about divine timing, everything in its own time. They go into hibernation for the winter. You know, they eat a whole bunch and then they fall asleep. It's about taking rest when you need it. It's also about following your instinct. Their divine feminine intuition, or they symbolize divine feminine intuition. And then the deer or the stag is interesting because it also represents like leadership, but through like a sense of vulnerability and instinct. It's like the spirit of the forest. So there's something here about your wild nature, or tuning into it. You might be getting outside more. It is summer, at least here. Let's read about this. Before the dawn of agriculture, we hunted in the forest to feed our kin. The hunter never takes more than what the village needs to survive, often taking only one creature or the good kill. He is a master tracker who knows which path to follow to find success. Rely on your own skills to traverse the thick forest you are in to reach your destination. You need to follow the tracks left by spirit to claim your bounty, which is already prepared and being offered to you. Do not follow the maps drawn by others, as they will not lead you true. Instead, become the map maker, find your internal compass, and use all your senses, including your common sense. Okay. That seems pretty straightforward. You might be paving a new path, starting something new. You might be 27 years old, and your birthday might be on the 2nd, the 7th, or the 9th of November as well. Something significant may have happened with your family in 1927. That's an interesting thing to come out. The Six of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. I like this. The Six of Swords is moving to calmer waters. The Knight of Pentacles is moving slowly but surely. And the Ace of Pentacles is a brand new beginning. It's this big golden opportunity. And this is coming after the Hunter, which says that you're using your intuition, your wits, your common sense, to be able to navigate a new path for yourself. So I think, Scorpio, that this is going to be like a career reading for you. And I think this is your June career reading. You know, I'm actually being drawn to also read about this turtle, the Six of Swords. I feel like the Ace of Pentacles is really straightforward. The owl is wisdom. I think this is a barn owl. And I'm not remembering precisely what their hunting habits are. And then the Knight of Pentacles talks about being stubborn. He's an ass, right? He's a donkey. And I'm not calling you an ass. I'm calling you potentially stubborn exactly when you need to be. This is exactly the kind of situation in which to move to calmer waters. You need to be stalwart in your efforts to have a new beginning. You might also very much be leaving something behind or cutting out things that do not bring you peace. I think that's what the Six of Swords is. But let's read about it. I love sea turtles. They're so pretty. Just really beautiful creatures. Six of Swords. The Six of Swords carries an energy that is slightly dispirited. It's the energy present on cold, gray Sunday afternoons during the winter months when I wonder why I moved to Seattle and not someplace sunnier. Oh my gosh. I used to live in Seattle. I know that feeling. There really isn't anything bad happening, but there also isn't much excitement. Either way, life is moving on and it isn't horrible. A situation that didn't pan out how you had hoped may trigger moments of regret, but with acceptance, the past will drift away and a new adventure will begin to unfurl. The Six of Swords asks that you give space and time for low vibrational feelings time to surface so that you can gain a clear vision for a more positive path. Huh. You may not be experiencing a great deal of enthusiasm, but at least you are moving in the right direction. When you need to feel at peace at a slower pace, when you need to feel protected from negative self talk or outside influences that jeopardize perseverance, call upon the turtle. A creature that can ride waves and follow the currents for thousands of miles knows a thing or two about patience and letting go of a need for speed. The turtle asks that you use this time to gain perspective and not rush through life, otherwise, you may miss some crucial moments. Persistence, direction, protection, and patience. So you are being protected through this transition, Scorpio. And it also seems like there is maybe equally like there's almost an element here of survival. Like you're needing to get out of something and get into a new beginning because it's part of your survival instincts. So there isn't enthusiasm. It's almost like you feel like you don't have the room emotionally for enthusiasm right now because you sort of need to just go with the flow. If you get too excited, you're going to like lose your energy. And if you get too down, you're going to sink underneath the waves. So you're just very practical right now, and very forward looking. The Emperor reversed, the Two of Cups reversed, the Five of Swords reversed. Why? What is this? Oh my god. Okay. Something. Is this you? Libra and Aquarius energy here. Knight of Wands, Two of Cups reversed, Queen of Discs, and the Emperor reverse. Okay, so I think that this is you maybe giving your power over to, especially your masculine energy, over to someone else, hoping, like, let's say that you have been hoping for a love connection with the Two of Cups, right? And maybe you were in what you thought was a love connection and you sort of put this person on a pedestal, the Emperor, the Queen of Discs. Maybe such a pedestal that you became financially reliant on them or even reliant on them to make decisions. Um, and this doesn't have to be through any fault of your own necessarily. With the Six of Swords, it can talk about a need for boundaries, right? If you're the kind of person who had difficulty in the past expressing your boundaries, I do not see that being a problem in your future, especially if this person tries to come back in. Venus in Gemini, Venus in Aquarius, Capricorn, Aries, Libra. Let's clarify this. This is complicated, and I'm getting some interesting energies coming off of these cards. So I haven't done a reading like this in a while, but I'm feeling that these animal oracles are like your spirit guides, your higher self. And then the Thoth tarot here in the middle is like astral and ambient, sort of shadow stuff and unconscious stuff. And then the tarot here is sort of more the 3D or the practical, Five of Pentacles wanting to show itself there. So yes, you may very well have walked away or be in the process of walking away from something or someone. Spirit, please clarify. You're making the decision currently about, you're making the decision to be on your own. Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles in the Guardian of the Night tarot is the bear. And that's the one specifically that talks about divine timing, everything in its own time. So part of what may be helping you to leave a situation behind or to focus, even if you're not leaving somebody out in the cold or like ending a relationship or anything like that major, this is you realizing like the importance of caring for yourself and loving your life. I was listening, I think, to Phoenix Kia tarot today, and one of the things that came through, I think, in her Scorpio read was like, you're the only person living your life. So that's resonating. If you don't listen to her, I highly recommend checking her out, although she's a very big reader, so I imagine many of you do. This Nine of Pentacles has trained the messages, like she's basically trained her mind to read the messages from spirit. The language of birds can also indicate or symbolize the language from spirit, or the signs, symbols, and synchronicities that spirit sends us in order to take the path towards the highest abundance, or the quote unquote good kill, according to this hunter card, right? So what you need to take for you right now, or the good kill, is the signs, symbols, and synchronicities that are leading to your fulfillment. What makes you happy, what makes you feel good. And it's not selfish, especially since it appears that, like in the astral, in the unconscious, in your normal modus operandi, like you're the kind of person who gives until there's nothing in your cup from which to pour. There's nothing. You might actually be struggling with being poor or poverty right now. And that creates also this survival mode, right? So you're sort of needing to bring your mind to a peaceful place, to get out of survival mode in order to make decisions that are good for you. Because if we continue sometimes to make decisions from that mentality of survival mode, we can have a tendency to perpetuate poverty. Poverty is a very, very difficult thing to get out of. It costs money to be poor, and it costs money to get out of it. And I know I've been there. We've all been there. Many of us have, but like, I've been there. That's all I gotta say. And there's definitely some credit here to the idea of like deluding yourself a little bit into believing that you're secure. I'm being reminded of that movie, A Little Princess. I think it was a 90s movie, and it's about this girl who tells stories um, that are based in India, and she's like an orphan. Her dad was lost in the war, and her and this other orphan girl, they spend all this time telling stories, and they end up imagining so hard and so constantly and consciously that one day they wake up and everything they've ever dreamt of is like in their room. And the orphanage lady comes up and she's like, oh my god, you guys stole all this stuff. And they're like, no, it was magic. And it's really that movie is sort of like the most ideal circumstance of manifestation, right? And you're kind of being encouraged to be in this right now, this straight up Delulu, like I am imagining my best life. And I don't mean go spend all your money like you have it. I mean, when you have an extra $5, when you have an extra $20, you don't spend it, because it's like, what is trying to come through here? It's like if you're used to being in survival mode through poverty, right, then the money when it comes in is like burning a hole in your pocket. There's this weird like energetic mismatch almost. And if instead you're like, oh, I'm going to put this $5 here, this $20 here, and it's just going to be circulated when it needs to be circulated, it takes away from that energy of like, I got to get rid of this, or I've got to spend it because I don't have it or didn't have it. And it also allows for a small bit of like savings, so that, say, I'm trying to think, there's something about a phone wanting to come through. Say you can't pay your phone bill and your phone gets shut off, and you get like food stamps, and in order to use your food stamps, like, you need an app, but you can't use your phone in the store because like your data's out, so you need to pay for your data, but you need to eat to be able to go to work so you can pay for your data. This is you like going to work, and I don't know, like, I'm getting the vibe like hot lunch, or I don't know, this is you like turning lead into gold. Basically, you get ramen for dinner and it doesn't have nutrients in it, and you're like, I can't fucking think straight, and I've got to work 12 hours tomorrow. And this is you eating that ramen and like praying over your meal and being like, God, I know that you're going to give me everything I need. I know that sustenance is here, abundance is here. Like, this is you turning to positive thinking, turning to faith, turning to the beauty in life, even when life doesn't want to show you the beauty. And through this process, you are transmuting, you are creating this brand new golden opportunity. This is alchemy. This is the process of that classic scorpionic transmutation. I've been talking for 17 minutes already, but Spirit really wants to get this message through to you. Believe me, I know. I have been here. I have been here. And I'm finally starting to see the other side, I believe. I think I'm still a little bit at the tail end of this like Delulu mode, but it's okay. You know, we all like are doing our best. You've got this. Oh my God, the Emperor just came out upright, and I got really, really happy because it's reverse here with the Queen of Discs reverse. You are transmuting, Scorpio. You are stepping into boss energy, and this is the divine also like cultivating your masculine to receive like divine guidance, essentially. So you might be very highly intuitive. Your high priestess energy might be off the charts. um and with the Nine of Pentacles here and the bear spirit, I feel like you're very in tune with your divine feminine. And I am being drawn to say that the divine feminine in American culture is not understood. That's the best way I can put it. She's not understood. And you understand the divine feminine and what she deserves and what she desires and how to honor her. And because of that, your divine masculine needed to be retrained to be able to receive guidance from the divine feminine. So that's what this Emperor is. This Emperor is your divine masculine, also learning how to read signs, symbols, synchronicity, and believe in the divine. Because I think in the West, the divine masculine is quite often portrayed as like non-religious, scientific, rational, and closed off to ideas of a higher power for the most part, which is why I think that there's a proliferation of the concept of narcissism in our culture currently. We hear about it all the time. And it is probably a huge issue without, belief in a higher power. But I'm getting off track now. The Five of Swords reverse is here twice. Double confirmation. I'm going to read it. I'm being drawn to read it. There's something here that Spirit wants you to hear. degradation, destruction, reversal, infamy, dishonor, and loss. Reversed, it means the same. Burial and obsequies. Obsequies? A disdainful man looks after two retreating and dejected figures. Their two swords lie upon the ground. He carries two others on his left shoulder and a third sword in his right hand, pointed to the earth. He is the master in possession of the field. I don't believe that this energy is yours, Scorpio. I believe this is the energy of the person or place or thing or all of the above that you have walked away from, which is why it's clarified by adjustment or justice, alpha and omega. You are balanced in your divine masculine and feminine energies. I'm hearing the truth hangs on the edge of a blade. The new beginning that you're seeking may come to full fruition by Libra season. So October, end of September, beginning of October, or the most of October. Okay. No. Letting down your guard? Why? I feel like you're stubbornly, like, I think that this stubbornness is also is like this mentality that you have, right? Like, I am worth this. I am like worthy of these dreams, these goals. I am bossing up. I'm friggin' doing the thing. Okay. Seven of Wands reversed, Nine of Swords reversed, and the Page of Cups. I feel like this is somebody else's energy all up in your energy. Someone who is defensive, who is anxious, who can't sleep. They want to apologize to you, and you don't care. You're like, no, I'm good. What are all these pages? Page of Swords, Page of Cups. Okay. I don't know. I feel like as soon as you let your guard down, as soon as you let your anxieties down, you get this offer. And you sort of take your time with the Four of Cups to be like, I'm going to learn more about this. And the more you kind of look at it, the more you're like, this is not, this is not for me. No, I'm going to walk away from this. Why is the Ten of Pentacles reversed? Temperance and the Ace of Wands? Because there's two people here. Because you might need to start something on your own. You might need to start something new on your own. And if somebody's coming to you with an offer, it's like sort of, it's interfering somehow. It could be business or love. With the cups, it could very well be love. And then you have the love here. Like somebody might be trying to come back in. And you're like, no, I'm going to go it alone. I'm going to go on my own. Temperance. Because you sort of found your balance. Maybe your sobriety, I'm hearing, with the Eight of Cups here and the Four of Cups. Like this person might kind of have, they might kind of just be in their cups. Chariot reversed, the Knight of Cups reversed, and the Lovers reversed. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. And the way that they offer love hasn't changed, or the way that they handle their own emotional, like, material hasn't changed. Okay. 25 minutes on the clock. I just feel like the need to get some clarity here with the Light Seers Tarot, and then we'll close this out. Because I feel like this is mostly a financial reading, and you might be being like sort of drawn, like somebody's trying to come back to distract you at this time. Somebody from your past, somebody who has some sort of interest in you, or like as you continue into your career and your career starts to be promising, like some sort of half-assed love affair, or like love affair that just totally didn't work out. Five of Swords reversed twice is somebody who's verbally abusive. The Magician wanting to show itself. Yeah, as things start to kind of work themselves out for you, you might have somebody coming in like, I'm sorry, I didn't see your worth. And you're like, yeah, you are sorry. Go away. The Hermit, the Six of Cups, the Knight of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Five of Swords, the World. So you had the Capricorn, the Queen of Pentacles reversed in this position. I don't know. You could be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Knight of Pentacles. If something comes back with the Six of Cups in the position of your like Two of Cups reversed, trying to like play on your emotions, like remember when we did this or remember when we did that. Yeah, you're being encouraged to stay stubborn. Move slowly forward. Plant your seeds and do not let this person walk behind you, uprooting them. The Knight of Swords. Stay focused. And move quickly. Your thoughts are you'll get to a point where like your thoughts will catch up to your instincts. Right now, I feel like you're kind of moving on instinct and you're just trying to keep your mind peaceful. And you might be feeling like you're walking that trust bridge a little bit. Like, I don't exactly know where I'm going, but I'm following the signs, the symbols, the synchronicities, and I'm doing so in a practical way using my common sense. But there's something here like in the thought space in your mind that with the Five of Swords that you just are like, oh, like you have this anxiety. But I think it's related to this nostalgic situation. Like you could be dealing with some trauma left over from the past, from a past connection. And it could literally just be like anxiety from this trauma or like PTSD or something, or just in general anxiety. Like you could just have anxiety and it sort of messes with your general peace of mind. Um, the Hermit and the Four of Pentacles, you've taken your time in your own self awareness, in your own space, to establish what for you means creating a legacy. For you, what it means to be stable, to be secure, and to feel this sense of like surrender. I'm feeling like, okay, this is what I have. I don't need anything else. It's almost like perhaps you've moved with nothing but the clothes on your back so many times that now you know, like if you needed to move again, you know exactly what you're taking with you. If you needed to go, you know exactly what you're taking with you. If you're in an abusive situation, this is coming through. You may have planned to leave in a way that keeps you safe, and you know exactly what you're taking with you, and you're getting the fuck out, and good for you. Nobody deserves that. And it takes a lot of strength to leave a situation like that, and I'm fucking proud of you. if that's your story. And this is closing out. This cycle is closing out. You have a brand new beginning. Stay stalwart. Stay stubborn. Yeah, you may not feel inspired. You may want a Knight of Cups, somebody who's bringing in love, but you're also being encouraged to remember that the Knight of Cups is a good starter, but he's not a good finisher. He will bring you all the lovely love messages that you want to hear, and he'll ride in on a white horse with some roses, but remember, like, roses wilt, you know, and the oxytocin that stirs our brains at the beginning of a beautiful like connection, that honeymoon phase wears off. So this could be love bombing as well. Like when somebody comes in to try and love bomb you, like this doesn't stir you anymore. You're over it. You see through it. You're like, no, I'm going to be there for my this Knight of Swords. I think is it's you being there for yourself, and it's also the people around you as you move into this new beginning. Those people give you the feedback that you need to hear, like when this love bombing occurs for you again. These people come in. You see how there's this white horse in the background, and I feel like it's sort of untamed and it's a little bit like wishy-washy. It's beautiful, but it could just run off, right? And then you've got this bike, and this bike's not going anywhere without this guy hopping on and taking it somewhere. And he's also armed, right, with his crossbow and his red shoes, which indicate like the root chakra safety, and then his messenger, his spirit messenger. And I think this is interesting because I associate the raven with Hermes Trismegistus, and these shoes kind of remind me of Hermes. Like these are on his feet. I don't know. There's something here about you embodying this person for yourself. Like whatever they symbolized to you at one point, you've integrated the part of your personality that projected any sort of need or codependency or like desire onto them. And when they come in to love bomb you, you're just like, I don't need that. And the people around you are like, no, you don't need that. When you remember your past with this person, there might be good times, but you also remember like, I had so much anxiety, and remember how hard it was for me to get to this place of peace, of what feels good for me, of what is good for my security, of how to move forward, to get to a place where I know my instincts, where I know my common sense, where I'm not second guessing myself. The Sun reversed, the Fool, a new beginning. Yeah, you may also just feel like I don't know, like you're still kind of having a hard time looking for the beautiful things, but you are finding them. It's a concentrated effort for you right now. That is the rune for the sun, and all it says on my little sheet here is soul or sun. Soul. I wish I knew more about it. But the sun gives us life. I think you're finding new ways to receive life, new ways to be in life, which is why the Fool is here, right? All right, Scorpio, I'm going to pull one universal truth card for you, and then I'm going to leave it here. And hopefully I can get back to reading for you this week. Get you a bonus reading. This one is the one. Affection. There is no blessing in life like sweet affection, the gift that soothes and heals, no matter what the problem. When we put our arms around a person or animal, pat their head, or hug them, their hurt magically diminishes. The soothing energy of our universal heart reaches out and touches the ailment of their heart. I'm hearing Reach Out and Touch Me, that song. It has been proven over and over again that loving kindness is the best medicine for any painful situation. We can live without food and water longer than we can live without love. Affection is the expression of our consciousness, caring, and compassion. Our empathy, sympathy, and understanding are voiced through our hands. This kindness preserves a rewarding reverence for all that we touch. This kindness preserves a rewarding reverence for all that we touch. We become a beacon of light and a signal of hope. Affection is a sacredness which springs forth from a loving and guileless heart. That's really interesting because you have the Knight of Cups, and if I could think of a word to describe him, it would be affectionate. So it's very possible that you are meeting somebody who is affectionate. It's also very possible that at this time animals are important to you in more or like, I don't know, you have more animals around you, or you're just spending more time with your dog, being more mindful of the creatures of the earth, like as you're walking outside and or even just looking at cat videos on YouTube or something. Animals could have strong significance for you at this time to remind you of your connection to the world and to life. I'm getting one last message. This Knight of Swords is the knight in shining armor. You do have a new beginning in your pentacles, in your materials, especially if you left everything behind. This is being renewed for you. And then I feel like right when you feel like uninspired, right when you feel like, why did I bother closing that cycle out? Like, I just still feel, ugh, like right when you're kind of like, I'm over it, some something charming happens. Whether that's the universe sending this messenger to you, this person to you, whether that's you, like I'm hearing horseback riding, maybe you go horseback riding or you go on a picnic, somebody brings you flowers, something charming happens. And it kickstarts this new beginning for you. It like allows you into this trust vault completely. It allows you to finish the cycle and start it anew, which is really beautiful, right? The world, this is like that void space, that pause, that breath before you start the journey through the tarot again on a new level. All right, Scorpio, thanks for being here. If you enjoyed this reading, please remember to like the video and comment and share and subscribe. It helps my little channel grow, and I love reading for you all. I'll see you all soon.